I feel that this hero is underrated. Like there's so many different, well, not too many different builds, but you can definitely make him do wonders in the laning stage with maxing out Nature's Grasp and Leech Seed. But yeah, together with the Crystal Maiden, feel more like 2 5s than a real 4 on their side.
See how these 5s do. Whitemon is the CM specialist, the 6 mangoes. I'm just going to spam you for days whenever possible. Use those Novas to harass, to kill boars. I'm going to make Boom's life a little bit more difficult up here on the top.
Yeah, the plan is just to kill off all the boars, right? To dish out as much damage to them, to make that Kunkka and perhaps finish them off with the Tidebringer.
Curious snipes from Skem. Some pesky stuff to make this lane a little bit more difficult, and it is, you know, return of this OD. It didn't look too good in the last series. Fnatic were able to come up with some answers for it, but OD as a whole has looked, you know, very good across all regions, being one of the more popular heroes. Do you feel like they've got the heroes to deal with an OD down here?
Yeah, I feel
this'll come in handy.
Good news for T1 using the early game strength of this CM to help shore up what was initially a bad lane. Like Carl was getting bested by Yopaj, the solo kill, and even just the outfarm and the CS advantage heavily favoring the Storm Spirit. So do you feel like they're gonna have to keep rotating to deal with Yopaj, or is this game going better already for Carl?
I think you rescued Carl's lane, and this is the time to rotate. Whitemon is in because Yopaj is about to get level 6. Once he gets that 6, like rotations become kinda impossible. So yeah, this is it. He got it. Now I don't know how you kill him any longer. Yopaj really has, like, OD, when you're picking him on offlane, I feel like you really need to have a proper setup around him to prevent any aggression. Okay, Zephyr and Scam. Scam a bit deep here.
They get the slow to start things off, but Storm is showing up with an Inkswell. They go into Cuckoo, who gets stunned up, but Yopaj doesn't want to follow it up, and if anything, it's T1 who will bring numbers, make sure that they can
getting farm. He was at the same time making a big stack in the Radiant jungle, and that's what this drawing is about. Now Yopaj goes there, probably farms it. That's what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stack. I haven't seen a big camp like this one in a long time. On this spot.
Yeah, it's usually over in the triangle, so perhaps intentional by Boom, making sure that, you know, they don't stack in the obvious places and Batrider comes in, or Kunkka, to kind of steal all that money. So nice little pick me up for Yopaj, who was doing just fine. It's the Kunkka who's kind of stormed ahead in terms of net worth. 23SAVAGE at this top lane just feels like this impenetrable force that's just keeping this top tier 1 tower alive.
Yeah, and they were making some stacks for himself as well. There's this trick with Kunkka in which you stack the medium cap.
Gets picked off going for some jungle farm. Can they punch this though? Yopaj needs to get out. The X has caught him. The Ghostship follow-up, he's going to get pulled back in just a second. He tries to ball lightning, but it's not going to work. Does get it off the X. He's out of mana here, but and T1 catch up to him. Yopaj is still alive for now, and it looks like Tims is willing to kind of throw away his life if it means his Storm surviving. And they may not even get the Rubik here. They do manage to finally catch up to him with the X. I'll pull him back in for a Torrent, so Tim's the sacrificial lamb to keep Yopaj alive.
Yeah, really nicely played by him over there. You're fine. PA is farming. You're getting some space on the map. It's important to take down some towers early on because you're playing into a tree as well. So Skem.
TP bottom. They want to defend this tower. Skem got scouted by the Treant Protector as he TP'd in though, and that may be... Yeah. TPing in more though. They want to defend it. Goes for a Soulbind. Is the follow-up going to be there? Yopaj has made his TP down here with multiple other heroes making their move as well. He's fast on the front lines, gets the Roar to start things off. That's on the Kunkka. Have they got the damage for this one with the Overgrowth? Storm gets locked in place as well. This is not looking good for Boom. They haven't got the numbers here. It's a 5-man T1 push down bottom, and they kill 3, looking for 4. Looks like Tims is going to take a spill, and it's only up to Yopaj. Even trying to chase him with the Tumbler Toy.
I literally thought that they were gonna just sack Grimstroke and that's it. Like Scam, he's a position 5 Grim, that's his job. Go down there and try to delay the push a little bit, right? PA top lane.
Yeah, this is a big kill if they can get it. Boom need to rotate supports quick because Carl is showing up, and with the lasso they've got more than enough damage to get this kill. T1 are just making all the right moves, and perhaps part of that is as you're kind of being tough wars in this game. So even though the gold is close between the two teams, Kunkka is one where they've invested a lot of resources.
Yeah, he's the one that carries pretty much everything, right? Storm zipping in.
Carl did manage to blink in to bottle the rune just in time. I think they maybe realized what the Storm was up to there when they made sure they grabbed that rune before the Storm could. Yep, Astro on the Savage. He gets off the Ghostship here just to give himself some run buff. But getting away is Tim's for now. X-Back is going to pull him in a little bit closer, but the Soulbind Leak is there, and with the double silence, they're going to turn double roar as well. Have they got the damage to kill this Kunkka? The Storm zipping in, the full bolsters as well, but the Overgrowth may keep Savage alive a little bit longer, has the armor as well as in that defensive aspect, keep him alive. Nice lasso counter initiation from Carl, and they're going to punish Yopaj for his aggression. 23SAVAGE gets bailed out by the saves, and they're not done. They're chasing, they're hunting. They smell Boom heroes, and they want to hunt them down and slice them up. Rubik TP's out just in time, but it can't really be gone on. The Batrider's kind of not going for these runes because he knows he's much more vulnerable. But they're going to smoke up with this double damage and look to invade Boom's triangle here. Right into Yopaj. Doesn't get caught by anything. The Blink Lasso catches him before he can respond. The follow-up Overgrowth should be enough to bring him down, and Boom may lose a second here with the Astral Meteor Hammer crashing in onto Skem's Grimstroke. That's going to be 2 quick kills for T1. And you said it, Roche.
Yep, I feel like they just go straight in. T1 again. Like I can see like their eagerness to kill off the Storm. So Tao jumps in, forces the Storm Spirit away, but 23SAVAGE at the same time X marks the spot in. So I felt that there's even a chance for Storm to survive here if all the stars align for him. Sadly for Carl, it doesn't happen.
Not the easiest of Roche. It's taking a little bit of time, but without the Storm, they can't really make any big plays to stop it from happening.
Back to full.
Nice defensive Astro in these fights if he wants to.
I feel that most of the time you want to use it on the target that gets roared, so FPC. Sentry.
Look into them. One leading the way. They get their roar to start things off on the Kunkka, but with the 2-hero Overgrowth, Boom, this is... Yeah, they're outnumbered here. There's just no chance to fight their way through this one. One gets low, but...
You itemize with Silver Edge, AC, armor items versus PA, and it looks like that's exactly what 23SAVAGE is doing.
Jumping in, Tino, you mentioned when you fight with his BKB timing, he can't keep tabs of Zephyr though. He goes invis, and that may keep him alive. Whitemon using that Shadow Amulet to save out his buddy here, but Kunkka leashed up in the front lines, not really the best of targets because of that Aegis, and they're going to have to back off with the BKB of Tino wearing off, and pulled back in is the Rubik. Astral and a hammer. No real escape for him. Dishes out some good damage before going down, but...
Lively now. Your Admiral is on
She didn't have a BKB anyway, right? And moved down bottom to continue farming, but there's a Silver Edge completed on Savage.
The hunt is on. They found Beastmaster. 23SAVAGE with that Shadow Blade. Gets the X out, gets roared, but FBZ nonetheless will be pulled back in, roar or no roar.
Dire structures are fortified.
the devil to pay.
I feel that T1...
Carl is feeling himself.
Is it mental intelligence, though?
He's not quite elevated himself to that level of BM yet, but perhaps the silver line for Boom is their first kill in quite some time. Skem, well, it's been a rough one for him. 0 and 8, about to become 0 and 9.
Deep sea.
As this poor Grimstroke just doesn't have an answer for these heroes that just keep jumping up.
At this point, the first one that you use didn't really let him kill.
Storm. Going for a CM, but this is no ordinary CM. Raindrops, Glimmer Cave. And now the Frostbite into Freezing Field. Can they bring down this Storm with a Ghostship and an Overgrowth? You betcha. Gem will also not be able to TP out. The Frostbite is there to cancel it. And it's bottom lane where Carl's even fighting.
That they can do because they don't have the BKB on Storm. And this is the problem with these kind of drafts, right? Mid lane, Kunkka, he's going in.
And they throw out the roll. Have they got the damage for this one? There's a living armor blocking a lot of this damage coming in. The defensive Astral comes from Kunkka. Took a while to be there, but it's going to keep the Kunkka alive, who now gets the chance to BKB out of the Astral. Catches the Rubik with the Nex into a Ghostship, and with the cleave on through, 23SAVAGE is going to eat the supports alive, including FBZ, who's not actually a support, even though he looked like one. Skem's Grimstroke doesn't stand a chance as they've caught one more. Astral into Meteor. It's the PA. Tino in some trouble. The Overgrowth going to go into 2 here, but the Astral did get the Storm here, but it's not.
Like,
Dire structures are
that's right there.
I think they know that Dire scanned it. They seem to have an idea of what's going on. Yeah, they're going to go hunting for these heroes. That Rider will cancel his TP and one shot it almost.
Zephyr.
Oh boy.
Catches 2.
FBZ going to be the first to fall. Storm trying to get away, using up a lot of his mana. He'll get back to base safely. I think he was a bit unsure about initiating in. He does realize there's more than meets the eye to this boost presence in the mid lane. They're going once again. It's Charles Batrider. Doesn't get a chance to get out of there. Instantly buys back. They want to punish this one. Tino's already committed his BKB, so he just wants out. FBZ's Beastmaster, well, he's on the front lines, and he's the sacrifice to make sure that they can kind of cut their losses. Gem, well, familiar sight for him, going to get picked off in the top river, but elsewhere it is Tim's on the Rubik. The support's just...
So that's kind of neat. You do know where Boom is, and Boom does know where T1 are, so... Jopaj?
Jump in from the storm. They found the OD. You mentioned he's the biggest target. The 2 hero Inkswell. They stun him up both up, and with the roar, they get the kill for the Torrent onto 3 with a Ghostship follow-up. 23SAVAGE is trying to turn this one around with the Overgrowth locking down the storm. He's got it. He wants Tino next, but Tino with his BKB has finished off the backlines. Going for the TP out, but oh, he's been X. Brought back in, and the Torrent is there. Carl making sure they get the kill. They can salvage the...
Man, this Kunkka is a beast. Just look at his items.
There's something to be said, like Boom as a newer team, they just haven't been in a position where they've had to come back too many times. They did have that one grand final before the DPC, which was a 3-2 reverse sweep, where they, you know, had their back put against the wall a bit, but this is a different kind of story when you're up against...
How did you
doing what he can.
middle barracks are under attack.
I don't know.
I'm learning as well.
I don't even know what that word means, you know. I'm a college dropout here. So I'm playing video games.
Hey, I'm the same. Just trying to learn here.
I'm learning how to play Mina's Kunta right now, because 23SAVAGE is just having his way with Boom. 13-0 and 12. Cleaving through him. Critting through him. He is just dominating.
And he just has to stand up front. If you go on him, he has that Satanic to work with to heal up. If he doesn't have Satanic, he has the Cheese to work with. Yopaj goes in.
Yeah, fall in with the Inkswell. Yopaj, they pick out the OD once. Can they kill OD a second time? That's a big if as the supports are dropping and dropping back. PA on the front lines doesn't have a BKB anymore, so she's just going to turn and fight with the CM route. And saying the clip, she gets brought down. Tino almost on his own, trying to defend here.
In again.
All the farm in the world may not be enough, but Yopaj with this Aghanim Scepter pulling in multiple heroes, but the damage just isn't there, and TA without a BKB just can't re-engage. Skems died back. 0-17 on him, unfortunately, and it's Boom who are being bested here. T1 just unkillable, and it's got to be just a matter of seconds now, I feel like, until those 2 letters come out. One last Ghostship for good measure. Tino gets caught in this one, and there's the Beyond Godlike streak once more. 23SAVAGE getting kill after kill. Flamebreaker to push back Tim's in the middle of this one, and T1 going to be taking this one to the bank to catch this check. Unless Yopaj has something to say about it, he gets a nice 4-hero Electric Vortex, but I don't think that's enough. Not with FBZ going down to the front lines. They are not giving up. They're buying back. They're doing everything they can. They're down Mega Creeps. They're down 40k gold, but they're making every last bit count. The OD even keeping himself alive on a sliver of health there with that Aghanims. And he gets back to safety. T1 settling, saying, okay, they want to defend. We'll play it safe too. We don't have to end this game now if you won't let us.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Yeah, they do have that X marks the spot to work with, so you can TP base, heal up, come back in. That's what they did. I think now it's a bit more safer to just go and close it out.
Giving T1 a chance, you know, a bit more stat padding perhaps with these kills. Bat right on the front lines gets bailed out by the Cuckoo Astro once again, time and time again. Cuckoo is just there to make these saves. 23 Savage says enough is enough. He's just hitting the throne. Not even going for these kills, although Carl has other ideas. He's found the Blig Lasso. It's onto the Rubik. Now make it to a 3 versus 5. Another 3-man Vortex. The ball from FBZ gets off the Roar, gets the Batrunner low. Can they finish off this kill? But he gets the heals away. The Wind Waker into the defensive Astral. They get the throne, and they don't even lose any heroes in the end. T1 just styling their way to a 2-0 victory, Lizard.
Yeah, definitely.